Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nasze programy oferują wiele języków. Prosimy zobaczyć suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Each righteous thought helps the cause, but your purpose must be benevolent. For the sake of my cause, you may be insistent, but without anger, spreading the creative force of benevolence. Please continue watching for the messages from the venerated Master Morya, as recorded by his disciples Nicholas and Helena Roerich, vegetarians.
There's nothing bad about going vegan. In fact, just the opposite. It's a win-win-win for the animals, your health, and the planet. Monk Coleman, vegan.
Рада приветствовать вас, добродушные зрители. This means joyful greetings, good-hearted viewers in Russian, one of the official languages of Ingushetia. Please know that your kindness and willingness to help others touches the hearts of many, including ourselves. My name is Morya. The proud people of Ingushetia wish for peace and happiness for all. May Allah help humans awaken to the benefits of the benevolent vegan lifestyle for everlasting world peace. Welcome to Love and Knowledge Will Conquer All, from Leaves of Morya's Garden by Nicholas and Helena Roerich, vegetarians, part 2 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. The esteemed mystical and philosophical writers Nicholas and Helena Roerich are 2 of the most influential spiritual thought leaders from Russia, recognized for founding the doctrine of Agni Yoga, also known as living ethics. Believed to be a synthesis of all yoga's spiritual disciplines, Agni Yoga focuses on the daily practice of love, beauty, and noble action. Nicholas Roerich was also a highly esteemed artist whose illuminating paintings charged with the energy of his mystical experiences drew many pilgrims from around the world. His wife, Helena Roerich, was the incentive for his interest in Eastern spirituality and theosophy. She is depicted in his painting titled She Who Leads. Traveling extensively throughout Asia to deepen their spiritual studies, the Roerichs eventually met their master in Darjeeling, India. The ascended venerated Master Morya, also known as El Morya, is a master of the Great White Brotherhood, an order of ascended masters and their incarnated disciples, one of whom was Helena Blavatsky. In fact, Master Morya inspired the founding of the Theosophical Society, and to the Roerichs, he was the inspiration behind all of their noble ideals for the world. Morya revealed messages of higher wisdom to Nicholas and Helena Roerich, which they recorded on paper and later gathered into a series of texts. Let us continue with the book Leaves of Morya's Garden, where the Venerable Master Morya explains the love and care of the enlightened master to their disciples, as well as how disciples should be brave, benevolent, and true to the truth. Leaves of Morya's Garden, Book 1, The Call, 1924. God's plan is beyond the ways of men. Again, you have forgotten the heavenly combat. None go to school during an assault by the enemies. Times are more complex than you can realize. Never was hatred more rampant. But the hour has struck. The hostile forces strive to defy destiny. The doomed ones persecute our chosen ones, and we must protect them. Fate can be lightened and the battle brought the sooner to its end. Austerely and pure in thought, commence my work. Remember the obstacles at the beginning of every great task. The flowers of the Spirit will blossom and entwine themselves on the old walls. Naught can deter the hand of the Creator of the new world. I say unto you, my shield has taken many arrows, but at the Spirit's feast we will assemble victorious. I know my daughter wishes to adorn with roses the path to my school, but these times are bitter and cold. All will be well. Displaying fearlessness, you show a noble example to those around you. I teach you to face life's experiences with hearts alight. I shall explain. I am hastening your karma, and on the way I strip away all masks that you may see. Your power increases at the understanding of another's soul. You will reach the goal predestined for you by Christ. Strive for the future, and many forces will be summoned to your aid. Of various instruments is the orchestra composed, but a symphony soon ends, and its sounds die away through the open window. Better to pay heavily, the sooner to learn the predestined path. The eye will perceive instead of briars, a garden nurtured by love. The heart is aware of the phantoms of the mind, but it knows the truth. Priceless is Morya's guidance on the road of life. Dark ones beset the way. Seldom does the Spirit's light assert itself. Far from tilled is the eternal field. Widespread are discord and hate. Stand not in fear of divine justice. Like passengers on a short journey are you in your earthly life facing infinity. The bliss manifested on the heavenly heights will bestow courage upon the legion of warriors for truth. Truth is veiled in symbols. The mind cannot comprehend their relevance to life, and their meaning must be revealed by everyday events. People need familiar images, and by these images is the spirit uplifted to its true dwelling. As often as karma permits, my hand removes the dangers from your path. Earthly ways obscure the view of the mountains, yet you shall reach them. Each righteous thought helps the cause. It is important to send the arrows through me or directly, but your purpose must be benevolent. For the sake of my cause, you may be insistent, but without anger, spreading the creative force of benevolence. Wrath begets wrath, but my children can extinguish the red flame with a blue ray. With the power of the blue ray, you can erect a temple, but the red cloud will blight the noblest tendrils of your soul. Morya has many towers and sentinels upon the slopes of the Himalayas. None without a guide shall penetrate the snowy barriers. Amidst the glaciers, giants keep watch over the currents of the world. The fields of ice blossom with pure fire, and the air is rich with ozone. Recognize the call even in the fall of the rose petal. Life is full of calls. The fire brings you to the summit of the mysteries. Pure tears bring roses to Morya. The good does not rust. My hands bring aid to you. I send the miracle of love. Morya has many ways to manifest his care. My hands overflow with bounty, but opponents must be stopped. I shall manifest the power of my teachings to those of narrow mind. Realize the healing power of prana. The torpor of life is dispelled in the pure rays of the sunset. Be calm and assert your wisdom. Morya knows how racked is your spirit by the hovering shadows, but those who come to scoff will stay to pray. Reap wisdom from the manifestations of life. I shall show you much in life, but be alert. Imagination is naught compared with the realities of life. Let naught in the path of knowledge of divine wisdom hinder you. Different tasks require different tools. Morya's flowers flourish not in many gardens, but they can blossom even on ice. As healing herbs, my leaves will close all wounds. I will grant you power to see and hear. The first essentials are purity of air and clarity of spirit. The knots of life must be untied as quickly as possible. It is good to judge seriously and honestly the profound manifestations of creation. Be not content with mediocrity or with the clamor of the passing show. Consciousness grows as life's experience expands. On pure soil do you begin my manifestations. I shall point out the time for every pure beginning. Need will not afflict you. Outer laws will not violate your inner order. Deem it a blessing to bring light amidst the dark and inimical hosts. We have determined to reveal the ways of enlightening cruel hearts, to soften them with the balm of beauty. But the iron of the dark spirit is colder and stronger than the words of bliss. Only with great travail can the hand of truth bend the prison bars. From above rain words of truth, and men have unfurled umbrellas to shield themselves from the downpour of God's clouds. But the shower will reach even their dry hearts. We strike evil blind, and by lightning illumine the path of good. We send the gift of understanding to the manifested hearts. Only the blind will doubt. Have patience for the future steps. For more information and more of the Agni Yoga Society books, please visit agniyoga.org.
No to vegan. Only the big gentlemen choose it.
Courteous viewers, we were delighted that you could join us today. Coming up next is Fascinating Sand Art Part 2 of 2 right after noteworthy news. May the light of the divine shine and uplift you always.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.